neighbors. I used to spend a lot of my youth at Louisville at the fairgrounds there, Kentucky State Fairgrounds. And gosh, up until I was a young adult, I was there. Went there several times a year. So I'm quite familiar. Okay, it looks like everybody's up and going. So, like I said, I'm just making a small arrangement. And actually, um, this lone peony, it was the inspiration for this. And I had actually sold a design earlier in the week that I really liked that had this peony in it. And I made a glam peony fall wreath. In case you didn't see it, I did post it yesterday on all my socials. But I had this one lone peony left over, and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and use this for an arrangement today. So, but I've got this. I just went through and just grabbed a hodgepodge of things, fall items, and I've got this pumpkin. This is actually a Hobby Lobby pumpkin, and I really like it. It's just really realistic looking. I use it a lot. It already has a pick on the bottom here. Now that is one thing with the peony stem here. It is not wired, and so I'm not particularly fond of it, but the floral is real pretty, so I do buy them about every year. I think they have them almost all the time in their lineup at Hobby Lobby. So, hey Phyllis, hey Julie, how are you? There's Kathy from New Jersey. Thank you for being here. Oh, thank you, Melissa. That's so sweet of you to say. Thank you so much. Let me see if anybody's over on YouTube yet. Always takes a little bit longer for YouTube to kick in for some reason. I wish they all went live at the same time. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. I know, well, and then I started to show you the things. I've got these seed bushes also that I chose, and you're probably thinking, well, why did you put orange and gold with the burgundy? Well, if you look very closely, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, if you can see it, but if you look real closely, it also has some burgundy within the gold. And so that's why I chose these. And I've got these little thistles, got some pine cones, and these little cosmos, and then these daisy mums, which I've been reluctant to use too much of these. I'm almost out of these. And so anyway, same with the seed clusters. If you look really closely in there, there's some burgundy in these daisy mums. There you go, if you can see those. Gosh, I just got a glimpse of myself on the camera. My eyes are so swollen today. It's like I feel like I can't hardly see out of them. And then I've got some greenery that I just grabbed a couple of different kinds. This also has some burgundy on it. Just like a little, it's like an ivy. And then this fern I love. I get this from Greenery Market. They also have a fall version, but I'm going to use this one because that's what I have. And then a Nandina bush. I don't know if I'll use that one or not, but we'll see. So let me zoom in here for you on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll get started. So is everybody doing well? Hang on, I'm behind here on my comments. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Hey, Ruth. Yes, you're catching me live today. Thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down just a bit. And then this guy, as I said, this stem isn't wired, so I'm going to have to just kind of lay it over the top. I want it down real close to the bottom here. And just kind of laying over the edge, actually. But you know what? Let's go ahead and green it first. We'll start out with some greenery on the edges here. And this bush is not a pusher where you can move things up and down, but I looked at it and you can pretty much divide it pretty easily. So I'm going to just take some of these and cut them. I want some of them longer, some of them shorter, but I want to just get the base kind of greened first before we do anything else. So how's everybody getting along? Anybody else got their eyes swollen shut today like me? Here in the Midwest, that's a common problem, right, Melissa? you're here with me, right in the same place. All right, I'm gonna just start greening here. But yeah, it's a like spring, early spring and early fall is always the worst. I'll try and make that drape just a little bit. I had to cut it short. This is a small box. It's actually like 4x4, I believe. Yes, it's a 4x4 square, so it's real small. But we're gonna make it work. I just like the look of it. It's kind of rustic looking. And, you know, back in the old days, they had, you know, there was a rule like with arrangements that you wanted your design not to be much more than, you know, 1.5 the times the size of the container. They really don't go by that too much. I basically eyeball it. But I've already kind of mapped it out, and I think it's going to work just fine, even though it is tiny. We're just going to do 4 corners here to start with. Hey, Verlene, how are you? Who else is here? I know this was kind of a last-minute live. I was going to do it yesterday, but I just didn't feel so hot, and so I thought, I'm going to wait. All right, I want to have one coming up the center, I believe, too. Got one of these longer ones. But I like to have stuff kind of draping over the edges. Just kind of, it brings the container into the arrangement. I don't know that I want it that tall. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim this down just a bit. I started to say we could trim it down later, but it's kind of tapered here to the end, and I want to keep that part. Let's let this go straight up the center. Okay. I was just looking at the calendar a while ago. Can you believe that August is almost gone? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's going to be Christmas before we know it, guys. Oh, Ruth had to take her Zyrtec. Me too. You and me both. Yeah, it's awful this time of year. All right, I just want this one, like I said, I just want him to kind of lay over the edge there. I wish I could make him come up just a bit, though. Let me see. Yeah, just about like that. So I'm going to trim the stem just a little bit more. Since the box is so small, I don't want to take up all my space by stems. And let me grab a floral pen or two. I'm just going to dip it in my glue. And I'm going to put a couple of them. Okay. All right, so we just got that just kind of, I wanted to be sure that it draped over the edge just a little bit. Now, let's go ahead and put the pumpkin in. I like to put my largest pieces first. Actually, I could probably cut its stem just a little bit further. Let me kind of think this out here, guys. Okay. All right, I'm going to trim down just a little bit more of the stem. And I gotta be careful shaking my arms. Anybody else got the what they call those bingo wings? It's like I can feel it shaking. Don't shake your arms, Teri. Oh goodness. Okay, so that's what we have so far. It's just, like I said, it's just going to be a cute little thing. I was thinking it could be something to put in the bathroom or, you know, maybe by the kitchen sink, at an office desk, something like that. All right, I've got to decide, do I want to use the cosmos? I want to put some burgundy diagonal, and I'm going to be putting my gold over here. But I think I'm going to wait on the cosmos until I get my gold in here. Then we'll make a decision. So that is a huge peony, and you know what, Mary? I cut it down actually even. Oh, thank you for following, you guys. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Casper and Lori. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Who else over on YouTube? Let me know. All right, I'm gonna trim a couple of these down. I don't know if I'll use, let me look here. Let me kind of try it on for size. I don't know if I'm gonna put one of them in. I might need to add another one because, you know, we got some fairly large, like Mary was talking, you know, this large peony, a large pumpkin. And so I want a good amount of balance going on here. So I might have to add two of them, but we'll start out with one. Right. Again, I want it kind of draping over the edge a little bit too. Yeah, probably that peony looks bigger compared to the box too, I bet. All right, so there's what we've got so far. And I'm still deciding, do I want just a little bit more of that seed bush? I'm gonna wait. All right, now as far, I want it, you know, I've got the gold going next, or diagonal from the pumpkin. I wanted to put a little burgundy going on over here with a little bit of height. And I'm trying to decide, almost like those. I've got these little thistles, or I've got some cosmos, which I love cosmos, but, or I could put both, I guess. I think I might put both, guys. All right, let me trim off some of these. It's going to be a double-sided, but there's going to be one side that's going to be higher. So, well, I guess it'd be one-sided, I guess. Now I say that out loud. But let me see. I'm just going to trim one of them for right now and see how high I want it. I'm going to turn it toward me a second. I also had those pine cones I was thinking. I think I'm going to put these toward the center a little bit more. And let's make it about, we'll go about that high. Anybody else sit and talk to themselves whenever they're designing? I do that. I'm talking to you guys, but I'm talking to myself too. There's one problem with these cosmos. They're not, it's wired up through the middle, but the ends down here are not wired, so I'm not able to really place those as best I like, but we're gonna make it work. Let's see, some of them have 3 and some of them have 2. So I'm gonna go with a 2 now. Oh, Carol says she never thinks to buy the seed bushes, but they are great for coordinating. Yes, they are. Yes, absolutely. I use them all the time. I really like them. I don't like that these aren't wired. I'll cut that leaf off and trim it down just a little bit more. Don't want them all the same height. Okay, I like that. Oh, Ruth, you do even when you're not designing? Yeah, I hear you. Okay, it's very important, guys. Every now and then you got to just step back for a minute so you can get it. I mean, it's hard when you're standing over the top of it. Sometimes it's hard to see what you got going on. But you got to step back and kind of get another eye going. All right. I'm hoping the stem is stiff enough. It's, like I said, the closer you get to the top of it, the less stiff it is. As far as the wire, I want something to kind of come in right here. I have to trim it down even shorter. There. Okay. Now we got it going. Okay. All right, that's what we've got so far. You guys can see. Trying to get all these petals to get in here together. I may have to do a little gluing. They're kind of, they get in there in the box or in the bin there, wherever you buy things, and they're all smashed in there together, and they get all deformed, squashed. I'm gonna go ahead and use this last little bit of Cosmo. Let's see. I like that right there. I'm just gonna make him tall right there in the middle. Already running out of room. Okay, there we go. Okay, all right, so there's where we got so far. We got the peony, we got the seed cluster, and then our cosmos. I still have those thistles. I like those. I still have some pine cones too. I'm thinking I might like one of those, just a different texture in there. I'm looking, I'm kind of thinking I want two of them if I can fit them. You see, I've got a smaller one too. No, that's not going to work. All right, I like the one at least. And he actually has a little bit of a stem here, but I'm going to need a little bit more than that. So I'm going to put a pick on him. Oops, and I just broke it. when I went to put my steel pick on it, it broke it. So we're going to be doing something else. Let me see. I've got some pipe cleaner. Let's just do that. Put a pipe cleaner around it and then we'll pin him in. There's a bunch of different ways you can connect a pipe cleaner, or a pine cone, I mean. But I'm going to do it this way right now. Put that there, and then we will pin it in. Only problem with doing it this way, you're kind of limited on how you can position it. So let me see if I can get it the way I want it. Okay, that'll work. All right. I'll show you what I've done here in a second. Let me get it in there. So I just took the pipe cleaner and just kind of laid it on the bottom, and then I put a floral pin over the top. And I'll clip off this edge here. Oh, and I happened to miss it. Hang on, let me run the pipe cleaner back through. I got a stem instead. I thought I was doing the pipe cleaner, and it was a stem. I was doing it blind. Get in there. There we go. Now I'm going to glue it, and then I'll show you what I did. All right. Like I said, I just took the pipe cleaner, ran it through that floral pin. And this is what a floral pin is, if you don't know. You can see that. And then I just glued it down. And I'd like to stick another one in, if I can get, I'm going to make this one real short, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I don't like that. Scratch that idea. Yeah, now it's growing on me again. Hang on a minute. Let me look at this. Let me try and shorten this down just a bit, and let me see if that'll work. I still don't like it. So we'll just stick with the one. And so I'm going to need something over here. I still got some more of that seed bush here. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more of this. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Okay, there's what we got so far. You know what I'm thinking? I want something to kind of balance out that other pine cone here that we put. I do like the color of the pine cone. That might work right there. I like this. Okay, I got a plan now. I'm gonna put a pick on this. I'm just taking a wooden floral pick, and I'm just gonna grab some of these petals of the pine cone. And wrap it around. Now, sometimes, I hear people all the time get frustrated and that. Sometimes it takes a bit for the perfect piece to go in a place to come to you. And you just got to keep looking at it, and sometimes you even got to walk away. I do. Walk away, come back with a fresh eye. Just like what was happening there. It's like, I need something right there. I like those pine cone colors, but I didn't like what they looked like over there, but I do like it here. All right, I'm going to put a little dab of glue on here too, just to make sure that wire stays where I want it. All right, and then I'll put this guy right in there. I better let this dry just a little bit. Try and keep my fingers out of it. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. All right, I want to come right opposite of where that other pine cone is, but I want a little taller. Well, get in there. I'm hitting something. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Now, let's start filling in here. I almost wonder if I don't want a little bit more of that cluster down here, just a little piece. Let's see if I can find one. No, that's going to be too big. I don't want that. All right, I'm going to fill in with a little bit of greenery yet here. Maybe even another one of these pine cones, to be honest. I think I'm going to put another second pine cone right here. Just this little piece. I think that's the last I have of my little skinny ones. I've got a great big one, but that's going to be way too big. So let me put another pick on this guy. Hi, Anne. How are you? Thank you guys for following. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Carol. All right, now let's wrap that around. You can also put an eye hook on the bottom of these guys, these pine cones, and attach them that way. But I don't have any of them handy. I've also just drilled a hole in the bottom of them and stuck my pick up through that way. I don't want this very tall. I want it. All right, let's get a bit of glue. Okay, all right, so that's what we've got so far. This guy went over a little bit. All right, I think the only other thing, I'm gonna add just a little bit more greenery. Like I said, I've got these thistles also, and oh, I forgot all about my daisy mums. I don't think those aren't gonna work. Got these thistles too. I'm gonna put some greenery first and then we'll decide on that. And I've got this, just a regular green fern. And then I've got this Nandina. I kind of like that. I didn't like that as best to be the best one to start with, but I think I like it better now. So let's trim that down. Give it a little bit of a bend. I know I want some up here. That might be too much. Just want it kind of peeking out right there. Go. There's part of it. Let's put a little bit more just below it. That's the hard thing about working with a container this small. You run out of room for your hands really quickly. Run out of room for your hands and stems. Okay. We're going to keep on going. I'm not done. A little under there. I might mix in a little bit of this other greenery too. Part of it fell off. Just going to glue it right back on. Yeah, I like the lighter green in there too because it kind of lightens it up just a little bit with all the burgundy going on. Oops. Right in there. Okay. Got to kind of bend down just a little bit. Oops, I just pulled it out. Pulled it out and pulled it apart. Way to go, Teri. There. I like that placement a little bit better. All right, now let's work on some other sides here. And this is just has a really short stem on it, so I'm going to put a pick on it. I don't like to use picks in my florals, but sometimes you just have to. Trying to find a good place to. Okay. I'm just kind of threading that through there. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kathy. Hey, Dora. Hey, Diana and Benita. Thank you so much. I look like I need to raise up here just a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see where else we need to bring some of that. I want to bring a little bit of it down here. And down low. I'm waiting to hear that crunch. Till you hear the crunch, it's not in. Oh, when it had split. Sometimes the plastic splits away from the wire. That's what it did. And then you're just not going to get it in there till you do something different. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm going to put a little bit more of the green in there now. Let's see. I don't have anything much over here. I want to separate this burgundy from the burgundy Nandina from the burgundy peony. I'm going to put a little bit of this green right there. There we go. All right, now I just need to work on this back side just a little bit here. I don't want too much more of that. I think I'm gonna go back with the green. A bit more green here. Okay, now I think I've got enough of the frillies, the wispy things. Maybe a little bit more needed over here, but I want to put a little bit more of that original greenery that we started with, the burgundy ivy-like. I want to put a little bit over here. Okay, let's see. And I need just a little bit of it underneath of the, well, no, I've already got it there. Never mind. I was thinking I need a little bit down there. Okay, and the only place left, I think, is like right in this area right here. Otherwise, I think we're done, almost. And I'll turn it around and show you what I'm doing here in a sec. I'm going to put a little bit more of this right underneath. Okay, and a little bit right here. Probably a little bit of the green. Well, no. Tell you what, I'm going to trim this one here. I don't really like. I'm going to trim him off, and I'm going to put him someplace else because I just need a little bit of it. It's right there. If you're using a steel pick, be sure you're really careful with these. They can be, they are very sharp. You can cut yourself and not even know you did it. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I've heard people getting stitches with them and everything else. let me look here. I think we still need a little bit of that green wispy right here. Probably not this much though. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit. There we go. All right, let me get one more look in here. Let me see. I haven't been looking at comments. Oh, thank you, Monica. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Hey, Jean, how are you? Hey, Wendy. All right, let me take a look here. I think we're done, guys. I think we're done. If I had some little gold cosmos, I probably would have preferred to put a few of those up there too, just to lighten up this area, but I don't have any. I've got these big, these daisy mums, but I think that's too much. I suppose I could have put them up here, but that's going to be too much. I could have used those instead of the cosmos, but anyway, I like it like this too. Oh, thank you, Connie. Not much better now that the heat is gone. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, we're out of the sauna too. Hi, April. Hey, Mary, how are you? Okay, I think we're done, guys. All right, that's all I have for you today. Let me back off here. Back out. And that's all I have for you today. Like I said, I just wanted to pop on here and do this little small arrangement. Use that, my last burgundy peony I had left. And I do have a listing for this if you're interested by chance in my Etsy shop. Let me put a link for that here. And you'll just see a listing that says made on live video. It'll take you right to purchase it if you're interested. But I know sometimes people are. Sometimes people just want to watch somebody make something. So, and I can't put it on YouTube, but there is a link in my bio. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Kelly, I didn't even see you there. Okay, I've got them pinned on YouTube and on Facebook, but like I said, I can't pin them on TikTok. So, but I did put a link in my bio for my Etsy shop, and it'll be listed there. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have a great rest.